Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I believe this is the first video that you're going to see my new hair. And of course, because I'm just notorious for filming when my hair is dirty, it definitely needs to be washed. But I obviously went shorter and I went much lighter than I was for the summer. I posted a picture on Instagram the day I got it. It looks a lot better there if you want to go check that out. But I'm really liking it. So today we are going to do a video that I really haven't done before. I've done half my face because I really want to concentrate on the powder products in the eyes today, and most especially the lips. So a company called MadamGlam.com reached out and wanted to see if they could send me some of their lipsticks to try. I said sure, especially since they told me they are more on the non-toxic side and don't have any nasty ingredients in them. And so I thought, you know what better way to show you the lipsticks I got than to do a look that will go with any lipstick color, no matter what color that is. So it will go with a nude color, it will go with a red, it will go with a hot pink, it will go with a berry, it will go with the burgundy. It doesn't matter, it will go with anything. Very rarely do I do looks like that. A lot of times I will either veer on the cool tone side or the warm tone side, and I just don't feel comfortable. I'm not saying you can't, but I don't feel comfortable, you know, pairing a bright pink with a like orange warm eye. So I wanted to do a neutral look, and since I am going to be concentrating more on powder products, I went ahead and did my base, and I will list everything that I use down in the description box. But I've only done the foundation, concealer, and powdered. We're going to start out with our powder products on the face, and then we'll go to the eyes. So really the thing that I suggest concentrating the most on when you're picking a look that will go with any lip color is to really stay in the neutral zone, and that starts with bronzer. There are cool tone bronzers, there are warm tone bronzers. I typically lean towards a warmer tone bronzer, and most of the time I'm not going to worry if I use, you know, a warm tone bronzer with like a pink eye. But if I'm going to be doing a very cool tone lip, I do want to make sure my bronzer is either cool toned or neutral. And honestly, probably looking in my bronzer drawer, the most neutral bronzer I have is the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. So this is in the color Deep. It's the darkest one they have. I still think they need to widen the range a little bit if this is the darkest. But they have added a couple more colors. And I just like to take this. For some reason, I like to use my Real Techniques blush brush for this one. Typically, I use my Wayne Goss number 11. But for some reason for this, I like to use my blush brush. I don't know why. It has a very strong smell, as I'm sure all of y'all know. I'm not a huge fan of fragrance in any of my products, but again, I do really like this bronzer for its neutral undertone and the fact that I do really think it looks very natural on the skin. You can probably tell I do have foundation on my lips. There is a reason for that. When I know that I'm going to be doing something more neutral, I do want to kind of cancel out the natural pigment on my lips because it does tend to be a little bit darker, so that whatever lip color I put on top is more true to color versus whatever color it becomes when it mixes with the pigment in my lips. So now we're going to do highlight, and there are definitely warm tone and cool tone highlights. This is one of my more neutral tone ones, and it's the Lancome Dual Finish Highlighter in Shimmering Buff. So I also have Sparkling Pesh, which is obviously a peach color, and it tends to be on the warmer side. I like this Shimmering Buff because it really is just a champagne color that's gonna look good with whatever color you choose to put with it. I like to put the highlighter on first and then the blush so that it looks more like a lit from within glow versus a stripe of highlighter on your face. And now for blush, hands down, this has to be the most neutral blush I have in my collection, and it is NARS Madly. If you see this blush, it looks like absolute nothing in the pan. I mean, even when you swatch it, it's not all that, but it doesn't really, it almost looks beige. I think they describe it as a seashell pink. I don't really get that at all. Like, I just feel like it's a very neutral blush, which again, neutral is the word of the day, friends, and that's what we're going for. So I do feel like this is also a pretty popular blush, so a lot of y'all probably have it, but something along the lines of the neutrality in this blush. Neutrality, is that a word? It is now. Okay, and as always, we will buff out with the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powder in Radiant Light. Now, let's zoom us in, do a little bit on the eyes. It's going to be super simple because, again, I don't want the focus to be the eyes. Some of these lip colors, y'all are going to be like, yay, Mandy, you're trying something that's not nude, because they are not nude. And I don't even know if some of them are going to look good on me, but we're going to try it together. But I definitely know that they are going to be the main focus and not the eyes. So I'm going to go very light on the eyes and very neutral. So honestly, if you want to find a neutral color, I think the best place to look first is any kind of brow products that you have. Any kind of powder brow products. So this is a eye and brow palette from Cinema Secrets that I bought not too long ago. And it just has really neutral undertones, because typically that's what we like to put in our brows. We don't want anything too warm, because our brow hair is most of the time a little bit ashier in tone than our actual hair. So I'm going to take this color right here. It's almost like a gray, like just an ashy brow color. And I'm going to take my Wayne Goss number 18, and I'm just going to swipe this all over the lid and up into the crease, because this is the only powder product we're going to use, and I really just want it to define the eye and not make it so two-dimensional, which it was when I put the eye primer on. So it didn't do much, just gave a little bit of color. And just to amp it up a little bit, I'm going to go in with the Natasha Denona Chroma Crystal Top Coat. And I also have this in Peach or Pesh, but I'm going to use it in Nude. Again, because it will go with everything. And I'm just going to put some on my finger and top off that color. Another really good eye product for this would be the MAC Paint Pot in Groundwork. That's a really good, I probably should have dug that out of my kit and used that, but that's a really good neutral base. And it would have been very good to use this top coat on top of too, because being a cream product, it would have had a lot of like tackiness for it to adhere to. So honestly, I don't even know if that top coat is going to show through on the camera, but it just gives it a little bit of something extra. And then I'm going to take that same kind of grayish color and run it under the eyes. I'm going to take the highlight, put it on the inner corner. Okay, so mascara is on. Sorry, had to mess with one of my lights. Let's get into lipstick. I'm going to zoom you in. My lips look a little crusty right now because they're just full of foundation. But I'm going to show you the Madame Glam lipstick. So I have three, they sent me 4 colors. I have 3 velvets and 1 matte. So I'm going to start out with the lightest color and work my way up, because a couple of these are pretty dark or bright. I saw, is it Rianne HY, I think? I saw her do like a try-on video of these lipsticks a long time ago, and it's one of the reasons I wanted to try them, because she's just stinking gorgeous. So these are not expensive as it is, but they did give me a 30% off coupon code that I will list down below, and a link that you can go straight to it. I don't make any money off of it. It's just for y'all. Okay, I think I've got it in order of lightest to darkest. So first of all, the velvets and the mattes have 2 different packaging. The velvets are in this really sleek, like one straight line bullet, and then you push this little button up here and it pops out the bottom, and that's how you take the lipstick out, which I thought was really cool. This is the color Madhatter, and it is just a very Barbie pink. So we will see how this looks. So this is the velvet lipstick. So it's gonna have a little bit of slip to it. Oh, y'all. This might be the best as a lip topper. But as far as like the feel of it, I'm not going to make y'all look at this much longer. I'm about to take it off. But as far as the feel of it, it's very, it is really moisturizing. It reminds me of kind of the feel of the satin lipsticks from MAC. So it goes on, it's not really glossy, but it feels very moisturizing, which I like. And it doesn't make my lips look any wrinkly than they already are, which I really like. It's what I look for in a lipstick. So that's Madhatter. There's a time and a place for me for this kind of lipstick. I mean, it's pretty. It's just a very bubblegum Barbie pink. All right, we're gonna try the next one. This is, I love this packaging. I love it. So the next one is another velvet, and it's called Pucker Up. And this is much brighter and much more coral. So again, it's good that we did this neutral look because the first was very cool toned, very pink, and this is very warm toned and coral. I should have used a lip liner with this, but that's okay. You get the idea of the shade. And actually it looks more pink on the lips than it does in the tube. That's a really pretty summer color. But see, doesn't it look more coral in the tube, or is that just me? I don't know. But either way, it is a really pretty bright summer color. I think if you had like dark hair and olive skin, this would be absolutely gorgeous. So again, this is the color Pucker Up. So my lips are getting darker and darker with every one we try. This one is going to be the only matte one that I have, and it is called Liar. And I can't really tell what this undertone is going to be until I get it on my lips. But let me swatch it for you because my lips are getting so dark, I don't want it to compromise the actual color. Oh, that's pretty. So that's the color Liar. So this one I think is definitely more corally. It has more of a warm undertone than the last one that we tried. And again, this is matte. So for me, I would want to put a gloss on top of this because I do have naturally more wrinkled lips. So I feel like mattes tend to kind of accentuate that. So I definitely would put a gloss over it. But y'all, I like this color. You know this is way out of my comfort zone. And I hope y'all are proud of me because this is way out of my comfort zone. But all the same, I really do like that color. So again, that's the only matte one I got, and it's the color Liar. And finally, we have the darkest color. This is also a velvet, and it is called Fig. This one is almost a little, it's like a berry color, but it's a little bit sheer because it has that satin kind of consistency. So it's not going to go on as dark as it is in the tube because you can see how dark it is in the tube. Actually really pretty too. This is very, like I said, like berry undertone, darker. I would probably feel more comfortable wearing this at night unless you have darker features, then this would be absolutely gorgeous on you. But again, it's also that satin finish, so it's very moisturizing. And my lips are starting to really feel dry because of all the times that I've taken lipstick all off of it. But this actually still feels very comfortable on top of the dry lips. So you can see if it looks any kind of different from the swatch on my lips because they are so pigmented. So if your lips aren't as pigmented, it's not going to be this dark. But I do really like this color, and quite honestly, I have been getting requests from clients so much lately for something like this color. I'm having a lot of brides lately that even summer brides want a darker berry lip. So this is going to be perfect for that. So those are all 4 of the shades. I will list them in order that I put them on down below so you know exactly what shades they are. And hopefully this look was somewhat helpful as to a look that you can wear no matter what lipstick you're trying on or wearing. So if you know you want to go buy a lipstick or something and you're going to be doing lots of swatches on your lips and you're going to be making decisions, this is the kind of look that I would say go for because it's going to give you the best outcome for the lips to be the main focus. So as always, I hope you enjoyed this, or at the very least found it entertaining, if not helpful. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure and look down in the description bar for all the details and links and coupon codes. And I hope you all go out and have a very